Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad to have you here with me today. Thank you for joining me. I will be making a tutorial today, a requested tutorial by a lovely lady who's been commenting on a lot of my videos, so thank you so much for that. And I will be showing you how to make these crocheted pages. Just give you a bit of a closer look. Now this is small, it's not for a big size journal, it's for a half size journal, I'd say an A5 size journal, but I will be making a page now for a normal size journal, like a normal 9x6 size journal. So I'm just going to put that aside for now. So for a big page, a page that I still want to fit into a junk journal with US letter size pages, I take off 2 inches off of each side, because I count for this for about an inch. I know it's more, but I like it to stick out a little bit over the edge of my journal. So if you don't like that, take another ½ inch off of each side. And I keep these scraps because they're nice to use in envelopes and such. I always use coffee stained paper for this. What I will be doing, let me first tell you everything that you'll need. So I'll be using washi tape to strengthen the corners. I do have this washi tape listed in my description. You will need an awl or anything to poke with, but it does need to be thick at the bottom. And then you'll need a needle, a crochet needle. So the best way I test if I have the right size needle is to take the point and make sure it fits through the hole if you use your awl. So I use a 2.5 millimeter. I'm not sure what size that will be in the US, but I will Google it and then I will put it in the description. Just needs to focus again. And then you'll need glue, because I glue the edges of the washi tape, or I glue the washi tape down around the edges because I don't trust it to last, and I don't want it to start lifting up on the edges or tear or move around or anything like that. I want it to last for many years. And as you can see, this I did a few months ago and it's still laying completely flat. None of it has started to come up at all. This is the yarn I use for it. I don't know actually if you'll be able to get this. I bought this in Malaysia when I was there on vacation with my family, I think in 2022, and it doesn't even say how big it is, but if I were to guess, oops, there's one of my hairs. If I were to guess, this would be 2 or 3 millimeter yarn. Probably, yeah, one of those two. I have no clue. It doesn't say it anywhere on the packaging how big it actually is. I just use that. And yeah, I think that'll be all of it. That's everything that you'll need. So with the washi tape, I'll be attaching it around all the edges and then around the other side as well. I do everything with one layer first. I'm sorry, I'm trying to explain this as best as I can. So if I put it on here, I leave a little bit of an edge on. Those edges I fold around. Same on this side, and this side. And then on the other side, I will just cover it completely. It'll make more sense once you see it. And yeah, I'll leave it to completely dry. And then I will come back and then I'll explain the rest. So I'm just going to fast forward this bit. What I also might do is I might round the corners, just because it's a very sharp corner. It usually does go into the yarn. I'm interested to see what it will look like not doing that. Because see here, you can see the corner faintly. It doesn't really bother me necessarily. I just want to see if it'll work, but it might be too thick to go into my corner punch. This one is also listed in my description if you would be interested in that. All my supplies are. I just want to see if it'll work, and then if it works, I want to see what it will look like, because I haven't tried it yet. But yeah, the rest I'll just fast forward. If you have any questions, please let me know. Thank you. Okay, I left this for a bit so it could dry now. As you could have seen on the video, I just inked all the washi tape up a bit because it looked a little bit too white for me. So this makes it look a bit more vintage. And also I used up a whole roll of washi tape. So this is a great way to use up your washi tape if you're wanting to do that. I also did manage to round my corners. I did it on the 10mm one, the biggest one. So I quite like how that turned out. If you want to, you can ink these edges. To me, it doesn't matter because no matter which way you look, you don't see the edges at all. The crochet is right against it. So I don't ink my edges at all. And like you can see, this page, it's as big as the big one, but it's the smaller one, so the border adds a lot to that. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a pen, here's my pen, and I'm going to make a mark every half centimeter. This is roughly 23 centimeters. And let me just check this one, 16.5. So I'm gonna make a hole every half centimeter basically. Actually no, I had that wrong. I will be making a little dot every centimeter's width. So here I'll do it at 1, 2 until 22. And then over here, I'm just going to zoom this in a little bit. Here I will be making my dot at 1 and at 15, and then at each centimeter in between, just because well, you could even, if you want to, just go ahead and make one in every corner so that it's just in the middle. And then just take your ruler and then make those every 1 centimeter, or you could just guess. I used to just guess in the past, but then what that would do is I would have to alternate. Not sure if I had to do it with this one. Yes, see, so with some of them I put 2 and with some of them I put 3. I had to alternate with that, so that will just, I hope you could have seen that, that will just make it a bit more simple. So I'm just quickly going to pause the video and do that. This is what it looks like now. So you can see at every 1 centimeter I made my dot. Same on this side, down here. Now I'm just going to poke my holes through. And just so you know, I do poke the hole through all the way to make the hole as big as possible. Okay, all my holes have been poked, and I just want to say it is important to wait until your glue is dried before doing this step, because otherwise the washi tape will slip around. So this side does not look so nice. I'm just going to take my ink and just go around the edges with that. So that's just to take away the whiteness. Really at the end you won't see it much. Like this is the back of this one and you really don't see it that much, but it's just something that I like to do. I didn't used to do it and I like this more. And just to give you an idea, this is a normal US letter size page. I just want to show you because I feel like I'm not explaining this well. Just so you can see, this is just accounting for the border. So the crochet pattern that I use for this, I got from a lady, or I got off Pinterest actually. It's a free pattern. So this is the pattern, and I'll just leave it there so you can take a screenshot if you will. I will not be, if you want to, I mean, I will not be following this exactly because I adjusted just so they could work around the page. And I will link this pattern as well in the description. And then the way that I'm going to crochet, I will also put it here at the bottom of the screen just so you can see and follow along with me. Please let me know in the comments if this is helpful or if you'd like me to go into more detail about this in the future. I love crocheting. My sister taught me, so I will forever be grateful to her for that. I apologize if this video is going to be a bit long, but I just want to make sure I explain to you correctly. So to start out, you make your loop. I start in the hole to the right of the corner. I already did this, but I didn't click record, so I was talking to myself. Then you pull your yarn through the loop and through the hole. Then you pull up a loop that's about as tall as from the hole to the edge of the page, then single crochet. Then you do 2 more single crochets in there. And this is just easier now. The others will be harder because I've already enlarged these 2 holes, so that'll also happen. Then in the corner hole you will do 3 single crochets, chain 2, and then 3 more single crochets in the same hole. And it's important to pull up a loop every time, otherwise it'll crinkle your paper. This is also why it's important to strengthen the edges with washi tape. So there I have my 3 single crochets. Now I'm going to chain 2 and then 3, oops, I'm gonna start doing double crochet. 3 more single crochet in the same hole. Okay, now it's going to be 3 single crochets, hold on, 3 single crochets in each hole all around except for the corners, where you'll do 3 single crochet, 2 chain 2, and then 3 single crochet, 3 single crochet, chain 2, 3 single crochet, 3 single crochet, chain 2, 3 single crochet. So I will be doing this one on camera, and then the rest I'll just do off camera. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far, just so you can see. And as you see at this corner again, I did three single crochet, 2 chain, and then 3 single crochet, same like here. So even though I rounded my corners, it still makes a little corner over there. And then when we do our round 2, we will be working in that gap there, so it'll make more sense. I'm just going to do the other sides off camera now. I've crocheted around the entire border. It's the next day now. And then I joined these two with a slip stitch there. So yeah, so this was round 1. Now we will be starting with round 2. So the picture that I showed you at the start, it won't be like this pattern. It's not going to be the pattern that I will be following on here. I'm just using this as a guide, and then I change it on here. So like I said at the start, I will put it down at the bottom on the screen here, but I'll also type it out and put it in the description if you just want to take a screenshot of that as well. So round 2, we'll chain 3, then you skip 2 stitches, and then you single crochet in the 3rd one. So you'll go like that all around except for the corners again. So at the corners we'll do chain 3, single crochet in the chain 2 space that we previously left, chain 3, and then single crochet in that same chain 2 space just to create the corner. And then we'll just go around, chain 3, skip 2, single crochet, chain 3, skip 2, single crochet, all the way around. So I'm going to do this top part again. I will fast forward this and then I'll do the rest off camera and show you afterwards. So I've done this full edge now. It's okay that it curls over a bit like this. It'll straighten out once we do the other rounds. But just to show you here, so now I'm close to the corner, chaining 3, and then in that chain 2 space, I'm gonna do a single crochet, chain 3, and then single crochet in the same chain 2 corner space. And then I'll go on again. So the rest of this I'll be doing off camera now, and then I'll be back for round 3. Round 2 is done, and I've just joined it with a slip stitch again. So what we will do next is we will slip stitch into the next chain 3 space. Oops. Then chain 1, single crochet in same chain space, and now from here on out this is the pattern that we will repeat around except for the corners, which will be different again. So chain 5, then single crochet in the next chain space, and then 5 double crochet in the next chain space. And actually the pattern for this will be the same all the way around. It won't differ in the corners. After this 5 double crochet, you do 1 single crochet in the next chain space, and then chain 5, single crochet in the next chain space, and then 5 double crochet. So let me just finish this one. So it is chain 5, single crochet, 5 double crochet, single crochet, chain 5, single crochet, 5 double crochet, and then it just goes on like that. I'm going to finish the rest of round 3 now. Here at the last part, after I've done 5 more double crochets, I'm going to single crochet in the next chain space and then join it to our first single crochet with a slip stitch. Now we'll need to slip stitch into the next chain 5 space, chain 1, and then do 1 single crochet. Next we will chain 1 and then do 1 double crochet in the previous double crochet, then chain 1 again 5 times, or 4 more times I should say. So you end on the chain 1, then you single crochet in the next chain 5 space, and then chain 1 again, and then you just do that all the way around. Now I'm going to, after I did my last chain, I'm going to join to the single crochet that we did at the start of the round with a slip stitch. Next, we will slip stitch in the next chain 1 space. And then a single crochet in that same chain 1 space. Then I will chain 3 and single crochet in the next chain 1 space all the way around. Then chain 3 again, single crochet, and so on. be joining this last, I think it was 3, yeah, chain 3 to the single crochet that we started this round on with a slip stitch. And then just chain 1. I'm going to cut my yarn to fasten off, and then I'll just weave in these ends, these 2 ends here. So this is what it looks like. It's curling a little bit now, but it always flattens out, and especially if you put it in a journal, it flattens out a lot more, but I think that looks just lovely. So thank you very much to Autumn Kennedy for requesting this tutorial, and I hope you all enjoyed this and have a wonderful day. God bless. Bye bye.